Every 10 years, the census is done throughout the entire nation. And what they do is they want to find out how many people are living in the town. And one of the reasons they do that is so that the federal government and state government can reapportion either the congressional seats, state senatorial seats, or state representative seats. And so that it's approved by the legislature, and as a result, there's been some shifting of the state representative lines. The 3rd congressional district stayed the same for us. The 14th senatorial district stayed the same for us, and the state representative districts changed ever so slightly. In order to make it as seamless and as transparent as possible to the voters, what we did was, based on a state law, which is I think 9-168B or something like that, we're going to have polling places in the normal places. The 114th State Representative District, which is District 1, will be located at Mary L. Tracy School. And for the 117th State Representative District and the new 119th State Representative District, we're going to have that in High Plains Community Center. So the people that are now going to be voting in the 119th State Representative District will still go to High Plains Community Center, but they'll just be directed to that district's voting list and voting machine. So most people are going to vote in the exact same place that they used to. However, what they did was the legislature moved the voting district slightly south, and people who lived on Rolling Ridge and South Rolling Ridge, just a small portion of Racebrook Road, all the people in Putting Green, and the people on the northern side of Wellington Drive are now going to be voting at Mary L. Tracy School, where they used to vote at High Plains. And then along Meeting House Lane, the old district it went all the way down to Meeting House Lane to Grassy Hill Road, and then it took a left on Grassy Hill and then a right on Prudent. Well, there again, they moved the 114th State Representative District down a little bit so that on Meeting House Lane at Hemlock Drive, the northern section of Hemlock Drive, the people who live on Hemlock Drive there, will vote in the Mary L. Tracy School 114th State Representative District. It's then going to take a left and head south on Ridge Road, and the people on the western side of Ridge Road to Hazelnut are going to vote in the 114th State Representative District, Mary L. Tracy School. It then takes a right on Hazelnut, and it then takes another right on Ridgeview Road. So the people on the eastern side of Ridgeview, at that portion of Ridgeview, will vote in the 114th State Representative District, Mary L. Tracy. It takes a left on Butternut Court, and people on the northern portion of Butternut Court, all of Overlook, Meeting House Circle, Gospel Lane, will vote in the 114th State Representative District, Mary L. Tracy School. When you get down to the bottom of Butternut Court, you take a left on Grassy Hill Road and then take a quick right on Squire Lane. The people on the northern section of Squire Lane will vote in the 114th State Representative District and will vote in Mary L. Tracy School. It'll proceed up to Prudent Lane and take a left on Prudent Lane, and from that point on, it stays the same, all the way up to Derby. The only difference is that where all of this was one state representative district, which was the 117th for the last 10 years, it's now divided in half. And if you started at the Peck Lane at the Milford border south of the Boston Post Road. The 117th will be on the easterly side of Peck Lane, and the 119th state representative seat will be on the western side. So as you proceed up past the Boston Post Road, all the way past Old Tavern Road, up to Pine Tree Drive, all of this section will now vote at High Plains Community Center, but for a state representative, which is the 119th district. The state law says that the registrars of voters can separate the districts at one polling place. So that's all we're going to do. For the majority of people, wherever you voted in the past, you're going to vote in the future at High Plains or at Mariel, except for what I just described. I believe the registrar of voters are sending out letters notifying people of this change. And it'll actually go into effect for the upcoming Republican presidential preference primary. It'll be in effect for the U.S. Senate primary, which will be in August, and there might be a congressional primary and a state senate or a state representative primary. We don't know that at this point. If people have any questions, they can easily contact the registrars of voters, and their number is 203-891-4715. And that's basically it. It'll stay this way for the next 10 years.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.